The back of my mind, I know kuna kautamu fulani that comes with.
And you know there's something you can do about it. Just do it.
I know where you're going. Wacha kuweka filter. Yeah. Financial freedom is a mental and emotional issue and not an educational issue. Kujipenda. Yeah, like kuna kautamu but
Kautamu fulani. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of
the record.
Guys, as you can see, Leo, we are not shooting from where we shot our previous episode.
Yeah, mandhari ni mapya.
I know, right? It's even cuter.
Yeah.
You'll agree with me. It looks nice. Yeah, so we are shooting from Davasha Creative Hub. So Davasha Creative Hub is a space for creatives where they can come and film their own their own content. You know, you can come do your own content creation here. Podcasters, if you have like a shoot you want to do, they have a very great space. And they also allow you to just show up. Like, kama hauna equipment is expensive. Kama hauna equipment, you can just show up, then they'll do everything for you. Like, literally, they got you. They are that's the person you need. They got you. They'll do everything for you.
Yeah.
Pre-production, post-production, and you know, just help you with the entire thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a perfect place to come and explore your creative juices. That sounded cool, yeah?
Yes, please.
Yeah. They're located along Thika Road at CPA Center, close to KCA University. Very close to town. Very close to kutoka Juja hadi Kwea. Yeah. But come, mjibambe, and mjitume, and you enjoy.
Yes, please.
Very cool place, by the way.
Anyway, welcome to this episode. Today it's just the two of us. My vibes as always.
Yeah.
And
glowing in pink.
Thank you.
Do you always take time to like put on an outfit?
Today, no. Normally, yes, because I don't even have my makeup on. So, nikiamua kutry. So for y'all.
But umeweza? Nakwambia pink with the phone cover. Pink with the top.
Oh, no, unanichocha sana. How you doing?
Utaki kuchochwa?
No.
I've been well. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. You should know I'm breathing. I'm well.
I can see you're breathing. I
am working, which is a privilege not so many people recognize. I am a man thriving, and I'm glowing.
Period. You look nice.
I'm glowing, eh?
Period.
Mama yangu magumu siku hizi. I'm glowing, Ella. Hey. So somebody call the popo.
Hey. Where? Shukisha, please.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
shukisha,
being extra. Uko aje so?
No, me, I'm good. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm okay. Siko vibaya. Ingekuwa vibaya, things would be different, but I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as we're pushing, yeah?
Yes. Tuko May.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're gonna ask. Okay, yeah, bring it.
Actually, you know, yesterday I was having a conversation with our boss. Mwaniki, shout out. Nilikuwa namwambia venye when the year began, I was eating salads, guys. Nilikuwa nakula salads. I used to go for 15 kms. Hata si 15.
Why? What inspired this?
Si nilikuwa nataka fitness journey.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get my body right for summer, July. Hey, yo. Anyway, I was really doing the most. I don't know what happened. Hapo katikati. I'm back to my old habits. I can't remember the last time I went on a walk. Yeah. Resolutions are 2025 zimeisha hapo.
So zimeenda 26 sasa.
Tutajua. How far are you with your resolutions?
I'm glowing.
Oh, that was one of them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Definitely. Well, sija achieve, but at least I'm being intentional. Yeah, I'm being intentional. Yeah, I've made significant progress, especially with my wellness.
Oh wow.
Mental and physical and emotional. And pia spiritual. Oh yeah, spiritual niko sawa.
Can get a high five.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you. That's really
looking
nice.
after myself. I think the more you take care of yourself, the better the output.
Agreed.
So yeah, people receive you better when you've done.
Me never speak from experience. Kama watu wenye tuna receive. We love to see it.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
Funny enough, kuna resolutions zenye hata pia mimi naona zilikuwa a bit over ambitious.
Yeah.
There's some things that I mentioned, but yeah, some are very, very huge. I'm not saying they're not achievable, but yeah, I think I had thrown the arrow a bit far. Which is good anyway. It's good to be over ambitious, I will say.
And besides, it's just me. Bado kuna time ya kujiredeem. Hivyo ndo Mwaniki aliniambia. Aliambia, you know what, Ella? Hata kesho unaweza tu anza tena. You can fall down a couple of times. Resilience.
So but I will argue that physical care, physical self-care is always very hard to maintain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't you think once you form a routine, that's it? Because you know routine you can't form like mara moja, but
it's a thing of discipline.
Oh,
kuna mtu anaweza fanya like a good workout routine for an entire year, alafu inafika mahali they just,
I feel like once umeifanya for the whole year, it's now part of you. Unajua shida yuko okay, but also I hear of these cases where there are days you wake up, you don't feel like going to the gym, but then you just push yourself despite having done this discipline. For God knows how
you can have the motivation, but so long as you're not disciplined, that's why it's always good to even have accountability partners. Someone to always just give you that extra nudge to just do anything.
Agreed.
So, kama una mtu nitafute. Tunatandika
guys,
salad.
Did you hear what he said?
Tunatandika
Are you trying to
salad.
propose to me?
No.
Umesema kama sina mtu nikutafute.
Mtu accountability wewe. Mtu akukula salad na
I got a bit too excited. My bad.
Salad na steps. There's this weird game.
Yeah.
People are stepping. Sijui kama people are still stepping. Step up.
Step up. I was on step up, yo. Because I used to be up on number 1 kwa my leader. Usikie nilikuwa nafanya 15 Kenyans. Ndio nakwambia I started the year on a high. Everyone looking at IG. Everyone is posting.
And you see say hype your step up is gone.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Ilikuwa tu akaphase, but here we are now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have resolutions. It's good to be ambitious, over ambitious, but just keep your goals mahali. Yeah, it's good.
Kama you're like me, just we can start again. Me, but there I'm still hopeful.
Which is good.
I'm still summer, July. Yes, we are still. Why don't you talk about summer bodies? somehow, miracles.
What's happening in July?
No, it's July is summer. Oh, and us guys are going for summer tide, so.
Oh.
You gotta look cute.
Hey. Resolutions ingine ni finances.
Yo,
I remember told in the show. You were doing something on maintaining, managing a certain formula, your finances.
Well, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I failed terribly. Itakuwa weird, but the truth of the matter is I don't track my finances as much, which is a very bad thing, very dangerous. But that's the situation on the ground. Do I want to be better? Yes, for sure. But saizi situation is I'm not very good at tracking my finances, especially these miscellaneous things. At you work, then ikifika end month unajambia I need to treat myself. Me, I treat myself a bit too much.
You treat yourself more than tending to the bills.
No, I'll pay my bills, but then I also I don't know how to say no to myself, which is very dangerous. If I see something that I like, I tell myself every day I wake up, I go to work so that I can get money and afford this thing.
So how are you spoiling yourself?
Why? And it's me who's So
understandable.
Which is very. I don't think it's a good thing because you need to have some boundaries and there's limits to everything. But yeah, that's me. You?
Oh yeah, a bit challenging, but at least I'm very sane with it.
Wow.
At least at the back of my mind, I know kuna kautamu fulani that comes with kujipenda. Like kuna kautamu, but
fulani. Also, I was trying to remember.
I've heard of it, but hata sijui ni ya nani.
Bensol na vijana barubaru. Kautamu fulani.
But yeah. It's very hard again. Anything that involves discipline, it's always very hard. But at least I have tried to maintain my saving goals, my spending kidogo naumia, but at least with saving it's good. The 50-30-20 rule is sort of making sense.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But you see, even beyond us, there are so many people when financially
they're struggling.
Things have not been as straight as.
Yeah, I mean, in this Ruto economy,
people will call them kasongonomics.
Period.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like life has become too difficult in terms of the cost of things have gone up. Our salaries have remained the same. Actually, if not less, because of the increment in deductions. You guy, tunakatwa pesa ngapi? Maybe they get so mad when you see your gross versus your net.
I know,
no, I've still not recovered.
It's crazy.
I've still not recovered because what? And then every day there's usually like just something coming up. Mara sijui housing levy kidogo. Tunakatwa 6% of that's NSSF. NSSF, yeah.
NSSF, SHA ikakuja when NHIF left.
Yani vitu,
yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, you get that pesa yenye ulikuwa earning still the same amount of money you're earning, but everything is just expensive.
Yeah. A good example for that ni look at what 1,000 bob can buy say as compared to last year. Not as kitambo, last year.
Okay.
Because you see, before the uproar, things were still high. But there's a way things were slightly manageable, especially for people who have a net of like 100 Gs and above. But say everything, including the minute commodities, kitu kama mafuta, the lotions.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
1,000 bob.
Things that are quite quintessentials.
Yeah.
Unashanga, how did I spend a G on 3 items?
Or 2. If you're getting like lotion and shower gel, ata shower gel peke, inaweza kwa 700.
Actually, say hata watu wengine wameanza kuona shower gels ni luxuries.
I know, like and nowadays people mostly I'm seeing guys shopping, not brands, but you buy what is affordable.
What is affordable?
For example, if I used to use a specific brand lotion, now it's too expensive. I'll go for what I can afford. I won't necessarily shop the brand that I used to shop. Imefika hapo because situation is tough.
Yeah, and it's sad because at first one will look at it as financial illiteracy. Like you don't know how to manage your money.
Oh, yeah.
Until you come to understand where it's end month. Adi kuna watu, it's end month.
Mid-month.
Not even mid-month. Like the first week into the new month. And people are really... People are already complaining
that they are broke.
Yeah, that wamebaki na kama an amount that will sustain them for a week. So how will I sustain myself for the next 2 weeks? You understand?
It's crazy.
And people are joking. Kuna mtu alipost picha na 120 bob alipiga picha. Kasema guys, aki help me to know how I can manage this money at the end month. It's on the 8th. 8th May. Lakini anasema we. It's crazy. And you get to understand enyewe things need to change. In a way, ama employers need to look for a way to revise our laws.
I agree.
But it's also borderline impossible because PR wanaumia when it comes to reviewing.
Yeah, the money they're making, the total, the net revenue they're getting from
the revenue they're making is also
However,
tough.
Ruto, our dear president, said that there would be a 6%. What's the face? Do you know dear president, guys? Anyway.
But I mean, yeah, we respect authority.
Period.
Anyway, yeah.
So he alikuwa amesema kutakuwa na 6% wage increment for workers.
Oh yeah.
That was Labor Day last year. Not even
yeah.
this year. So this year alikuwa zile za we'll make sure that has been implemented. What he said last year ikwe implemented. It shows you the reality, the situation on the ground. If a 6% wage increment has not been implemented, mpaka sai na ni kitu ya last year.
Yeah.
I mean, where are we going? Where are we headed?
I remember Atwoli in this Labor Day celebrations at 25. Alikuwa anasema the deductions should be revised in a way. Deductions are only made in the basic pay and not the gross. Because you see, the gross is a compilation of
basic
allowances, the extra to money up and pale. And asema those things should not be taxed. Tax basic salo, then
it actually is
yeah. But it's bad. Trust me, mina kushoni mbaya. Imefika point hadi wase wanaanza contemplate either kwenda Ocha where life is cheaper or going back to their parents' houses.
Yeah, if you have that option, you know. Which
is a privilege.
Most people do not have.
Yeah.
Because you get, maybe your parents wako Ocha. So, your kwenda Ocha to parents' houses is one choice for you. It's not that you can go to your parents' place or you can go to Shago.
Yeah.
Or maybe they won't even let you in because there's this age where you
fika. Yeah.
Oh my God, kwanza for guys, I feel like for a guy,
for us it's
unaambiwa you're what age, why are you still staying with your parents? Or ata madam, I think it's a bit easier for your parents to take you back as opposed to guys, depending on the kind of parents you have. Of course, it's not like a one.
It's not a universal thing.
But that's the reality. So most people don't even have that option of going back home.
So unafanya nini to tame?
Una survive. Then unakwambia being broke Anyway, it's like you
sema. Now, tunarol. Yeah, say what you were saying.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, the things this person was saying.
No,
say it.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, on a situation it may get tough, and you know there's something you can do about it. Just do it.
I know where you're going. Watch a filter. So in short, Ella wants to say, Kakinuka, look for a man who has money.
Oh, if you're a babe, listen. Me, I'm not telling people to look for sponsors, but if you're given a choice between suffering and having it easy, no one would pick having suffering. Me, I don't glorify suffering personally. Yes, no one would, even like whether you're a girl or a boy, like it doesn't matter. If you had a choice to have it easier, if right now me I was told to choose a family I'd like to be born, ningezaliwa kwa the Kenyatta family na niko na inheritance na ningoja, do you think I would say no? I love my parents to death, but that is the reality.
Yeah, disclaimer muhimu sana.
That's the reality. I just feel like if you had a choice of having it easier, everyone would take the easier way out, or at least people, if you're So anyway, ukiwa na situation imeget tough.
And nimejishikilia hivi because I don't want to divert from our conversation of the day. But
just to also add on to what I was saying, you see, I've seen guys saying nowadays people need to have a side hustle because your main hustle probably is not paying you enough to keep you afloat.
I agree.
So guys are doing maybe 2 jobs or 3. Hata kama nizo online writing and like you have your day job, but then you have other things you're doing on the side to make money. Why? Because that hormone situation is tough.
Yeah.
You don't wait, like they're not sitting and just like chilling and saying things are hard and not doing nothing about it. That's what I was saying.
I agree.
Do something about it. Don't sit back, relax and say
actually where we are right now, we've gotten to a point where you can never actually, you're lying to yourself if you want to survive with just one source of income.
Yeah.
You need multiple streams of income. And unfortunately so, you will sweat a bit more. You will definitely drain yourself, but you need like 3 or 2 minimum streams of income.
Which ideally shouldn't be the case. I mean, abroad, I see people doing it and it pays off, especially like doing an odd job and then you have your main job or doing several odd jobs.
Their systems work for them.
Exactly what I wanted to say. Yeah, for them it's different. You're going to be paid per hour and then the money you're getting, it makes sense for you to sleep for 3 hours.
The primary services are offered for free. And in as much as they also pay them in taxes, you see, they get a return on investment in a way for them. But CC, there's this much deductions, things like SHA don't work. So, in a bid, actually...
Dwale would have a contrary opinion.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, please tell me about it. But yeah, you see, it's a disadvantage to us because now you get to remit taxes, but then it's not working for you. So you still end up paying more for basic services, education, health.
Education, Jana Leona kwa news, sorry to cut you short. Jana Leona kwa news that CG money has not been given. So guys will not sit for their national exam. There's a chance.
There's a risk for that.
National exams will not be done.
There's a risk for that. Kuna debate
where have we reached as a country? What is that?
MPs have been protesting back to back for the release of CDF funds.
Yani always imagine size you're supposed to sit for your KCSE or KCP. Needs to use national in size CP, whatever.
Bado kuna KC
is what keeps there.
But the lots zinaweza kipungua.
So you can imagine, like, you know the way when you're in your final year, you've been studying, you're waiting to get done in school, and then you're told you can't sit for your exams because of money. Like money has not been released. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you see now, this will now force parents to go back to their pocket.
Oh yeah.
While still surviving in Kasongonomics. So I mean, it's just an entire mind-boggling issue, and I feel like eventually what wataanza kupata like serious conditions like the depressions, the anxieties. Trust me, it's bad, and it's even worse when people are living beyond their means. Yeah. Because budgeting and all these things, they come as, before cameras were rolling, nilikuwa kwambia financial freedom is a mental and emotional issue and not an educational issue. And I believe that should be the situation. Nobody teaches you how to have a firm mindset, to not be swayed easily by things, by societal waves. People like, you need to look cool. I mean, it now forces you to go out of your way, to go deeper into your pocket. But I mean, if mentally, you know very well to say no to things. You know very well some things that I can never cross atakama it's a necessity at that particular time. Nowadays, people call it FOMO. But I choose to call it JOMO. Yeah, the joy of missing out. Because eventually, Ella, your money can only make sense to you. Your money can only work for you. But okay, fika point here, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to get a salo so that I spend more time with my loved ones, spend more time with friends, hang out a bit more, and deep down unajua kabisa, your pockets cannot stretch that far. It's also a bit...
Yeah, people need to know their limits.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pressure from social media. It doesn't help. But I mean, unajua mali unaweza, and I feel like guys who when I feel the most, I would say guys, celebrities, influencers, people who are known, there's this societal pressure. People expect you to drive a certain car, live in a certain neighborhood, and now you're not able to afford that, but you have to keep up. So you're living a lie, and you're living in debt just so you know, to be able to keep up with this unnecessary pressure. But
let me ask you though, now that we've established it's crazy, finances kidogo zimekuwa over compromised, and now you find your pockets a bit running dry sooner than the time you had expected them to run dry. In short, to before a month. So how are you going around your finances side? Let's say your salo has been cashed in Leo.
Yeah.
Where do you start? Of course, primary bills alafu.
That's where I start. Me, as long as I've paid my rent, not just alala nje, I've paid my Wi-Fi, electricity, done my shopping for the house, at least I have food. I will just... Okay, I told you I'm not very big on like meaning, but as me, the first thing is usually to pay my bills. Once my bills are sorted, that's it. The rest of the month nitakuwa tu sawa. Nitabidi tu nimedeal na hiyo pesa. Nikimaliza yote within 2 weeks. Pole kwangu.
What do you mean pole kwako? So pole kwako means tunasonga tu na flow.
I will probably get to a point where I'll have to really reduce on vitu katseme vitu. I don't know if I would wanted to go out. Now I won't be able to go out. Situation imenipata, I don't have money, I'm not gonna go out. Like evil. Yeah, I'll just have to cut down on unnecessary things, because at this point I believe I've already catered for the main things. All the other things are miscellaneous, really. Yeah. Okay.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah.
Because for me, I've deliberately cut on what? On my needs. So slashing
needs or wants?
Needs.
Really?
Yeah. I've slashed down on things that can easily pass as luxuries. Yeah. Una text babies tukiwa kwenye nini. But anyway. But yeah, so I have chosen to deny myself a few things for the sole purpose of just managing my expenses with whatever I have in hand. So kuna tu vitu hapa na pale nilikuwa napenda kubuy. Some are a bit expensive. I just go for the cheaper options.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's inaniwasha. But I have to. Even hanging out, nimezi reduce.
Respectfully sit some out when you're not able to afford.
If anything, the plan is to even stay indoors, if anything, then do one big excursion.
Yeah.
Probably a big trip outside town, outside the country.
I agree with you.
But yeah, point is I have deliberately, it's such a big slash. But inaeleweka.
Yeah, so as I said, we're planning for this like big trip in July, and you see, in a group with different people, and people have different financial muscles, you know. So you want to like probably us, we're suggesting this place, the other person suggesting this place. Others want to fly, others want to book SGR, others want to drive down, you know. So that's why you really need to understand what you can afford and what you can't, because you can easily be swayed whichever side. If people are doing this and I can't, you just straight up say, okay, if you guys are gonna fly, you guys are going by road. Of importance you need to know, because unaweza jipata kwa situations zenye really you could have avoided, but because you're just going with the flow, inakuwa tricky.
And I think also learn how to navigate through friendships, especially because money is such a cardinal determinant in how well you maintain your friendships and relationships as well. So I think it's also gotten to a point where you need to sit down with your friends, not to break down on how much you earn and how much you're gonna budget, but just understanding your financial bandwidth, to just understand how far you can stretch, so that I know this is how much I can hang out with Ella.
Exactly.
This is how much Ella can come through when I need to indulge in things that need money.
And when I tell you I can't, you won't catch a feeling.
Exactly.
Because you know, like I would have loved to, but situation can't allow, so that's it. Anyway.
Hii yote tunafanya time, kuna CS allegedly amebuy a building that's worth 100 million in town.
Emphasis on allegedly.
Yeah. It's not, I mean, it's, but I always say there's always a truth behind every rumor.
Where there's smoke.
Exactly.
Yes.
And there's new cars being bought in government institutions. There's MPs wanafightiwa kuongezewa salo.
Yeah, because they're complaining life is hard, as if life is not hard for the rest of us.
No, but as a representative, so I think you shouldn't have any guts, any balls whatsoever, to think that you deserve an increased pay when you're not even remitting as much taxes.
Exactly.
You know, you have allowances, you have so many things going your way as a leader, and you're not even looking downwards to the so-called mamamboga, the so-called boda, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't even start thinking of salary increment as a nation. That's like spitting on the people who are really struggling down the chain. Yeah. To see increase salo, yeah, anyone. No, SRC should even now stick on looking at how they can deduct on the excesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sitting allowances to cut it by half.
Yeah,
something and something. Yeah. Let's find how we can regulate things in the market kwanza alafu.
But you know, sadly, that would be in an ideal world.
Oh yeah.
The situation we are in nowadays, you get into government positions to make money for yourself. It's not about the people you represent.
There's this saying corruption is bad when you're not part of it. Yeah.
That's the reality. That's the reality.
Ukiwa ndani ya serikali.
And you're getting that money, it's not a bad thing. If anything, you're very happy.
Exactly.
So
it's the painful truth.
It is what it is, guys. It is what it is.
But
all right. So we have this small card game we want to do, so you guys get to know us a bit more. It's who's most likely to, okay?
Unajua hizi vitu zinakuanga mbaya. Because people now get to know you.
Utaki watu wakujue? And you're in front of the camera, sir.
Hey.
Anyway, who is most likely to? Then we say.
So how we'll
do it?
Yeah.
I think we'll just like say. So we like maybe ask the first question, who's most likely to do this? Then you'll say if you think it's me, you'll say it's me. If I think it's you, I'll say it's you. Because we don't have like the two cards.
Hatuna tools to make work easier.
Okay.
Bring it on.
So, akisipati hizo maswali nilikutumia. Okay, so the first one. Who's most likely to laugh in a serious situation?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, me.
Wewe mtu anaweza kuambia deo mtu ali example ilikuwa dark.
Wacha. Go to the next one.
Example yangu ilikuwa dark. We naweza canceliwa hapa. Now you've sent me too far.
Okay.
Ni sawa, I have the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Who is most likely to become a meme?
I would say me, because of my facial expressions na si kitu niko na control over. What do you think?
I think yeah. But pia mimi nilikuwa niseme mimi.
Wewe pia? Okay.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to ghost someone after a great date? You. Most you. Me, I don't
Ella.
ghost.
Yeah. Ella,
unless you are
ghost
weird. Okay, no, I wouldn't. Next.
A great date. I think you. I'm a good man.
Anyway,
I'm a decent man.
It's me?
No, it's me, yeah?
Okay.
Who's most likely to text their ex at 2 a.m.?
Text?
Yeah.
Me. Would you?
Kama alikuwa nanibamba, I think I would.
For real? When only 1 a.m. calls 2 a.m.?
Sasi, I mean, hypothetically speaking.
No, hakuna hypothetically speaking, sawa. Sijali, it's allowed.
No, but I would. If they were genuinely like a good darling, yeah, I would.
I like that. I like men who are in touch with their emotions. Anyway, who's most likely to start a deep conversation at 1 a.m.? Moz.
Yeah.
For sure.
Usiku wa manane. Mimi na wewe hapo very fast. Yeah. Who's most likely to keep a secret?
Moz.
Yeah, I will.
Wait, mnajaribu kusema mimi siwezi keep secret?
Ella, you know why? Because of the next question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Who asked this one, your secret, you or me? Okay.
Mimi ndo nimeuliza.
Who's most likely to overshare on the podcast? Me.
Yeah.
And itabidi nifunge mdomo.
No, that's you, Ella. That's your personality.
It's because I talk a lot. But I can also keep secrets. So
yeah. Okay. Who's most likely to hold a grudge?
Me, I think you.
Why?
You look when
you're from saying I love men who are in touch with their emotions. Yeah,
but holding a grudge is not a bad. Well, I would say you because I feel like you're the kind of person who's really nice and like you give off very good vibes, good energy. But when someone messes with that, when someone like crosses you the wrong way, like it's over. They'll get another side of you and not the most we know. I don't know.
Partly true, but I'm learning to give grace. Why I'm saying you is because you're also a no-nonsense lady. Mtu akikukosea, you always put them in a very dark corner.
But you see, for me, if you kosea me, I'll tell you there. Like, nitakupasha and it will end. I will not hold a grudge. That's the difference.
Ushainiambia kuna mtu hadi wa leo.
Sasa stories zinakwambianga behind the cameras. Why are you bringing them here?
No,
all right.
We are not mentioning names.
Who's most likely to show up late but with vibes?
Madam Vibes. Who else? Who's most likely to ask the guest a question that makes everyone gasp?
You.
Yeah. Are you gay?
You. I know.
Today with me, we are joined by gay rights activists.
Oh yeah, that's Kamim. You're talking about the video.
Yeah, should I call you Mr.?
I know. Okay, that's Kamim.
Julian Pepe Onzima. Welcome to Morning Breeze.
Crazy.
Why are you gay?
Yo.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, I'm so sure. I don't know. I love invoking some random, I call them wisdom nuggets from people. Just get to know, like, on a startled point, what will you say about a certain topic? Yeah. Like, nikiwa mkuuliza tu, are you genuinely happy? But ni mtu mwenye amekuwa akijibrand as, you know, this
happiness ambassador.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, are you genuinely happy? So yeah.
Anyway, I guess it's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap. You'll be seeing more of us, like more of the two of us, and also with guests Kamakawa. But yeah, until next time, see you on the next one. Adios.
Adios.